welcome to a Tuesday night in Shropshire, and that is where Notts. It is where Notts will do battle with the Salop. Came in on Tuesday night last season in August when they were a League One club in the League Cup. Should have won that day. I've actually four unbeaten at home, so we will. I know a bit more up for it now under new manager Gavin Cowan. We are 7 unbeaten, 6 of them being wins. We are 4th, they are 6th bottom. So yeah, this is going to be a tough game, as is every game in League 2. We've got to be up for it. Tangen's in, Tangen starts, Rob is obviously suspended, so here Pendle is playing deeper. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Go on, Notts, Scunny Pies, let's do this. Go on, Notts! Yes! Yes! We're not necessarily this away, and we've dominated the ball for most of the opening 10 minutes so far. I just realised the scoreboard's on our stand. Couldn't quite see you sliding from the corner. Whatever, mate, it's just Tankin is playing a bit deeper. Here Pender's the one playing further forward.
Get up! Get up! Yeah! Yeah!
Right, just over 20 minutes and it's still 0-0. Shrewsbury are allowing us a lot of space, a lot of the ball, but we need to start moving it quicker. The centre backs need to start stepping out. We're close enough to space, but when we get it to the wings, we'll probably try the over-the-top ball from the centre backs a bit too much. It's not finding their intended target. Just a final ball at the minute, it's letting us down. And now here comes our 5th corner of the game. Half time, 0-0, and to be honest, we need to move it a lot quicker than we have been doing. He's holding onto the ball for too long. When he's in possession, Shrewsbury aren't pressing that much. They are closing down the space in tight areas when we do get it wide up into near the 18-yard box, and they are looking to play on the counter, and it's on us to break them down by moving the ball quicker, and we're not doing that yet, and that's really annoying. Like I say, Pat's taking too long on the ball. Most of our players are taking too long on the ball, and the end product is not good enough. We had I couldn't quite see who it was who scrambled, almost scrambled one in from a corner. But apart from that, that's the only time when Matthew Cox has been properly tested. He's clear at the minute. We're missing AJ. That's been coming since the start of the second half. We've come out this off like absolute rubbish. Comical defending from a set piece. It was earlier when Belshaw got us out of jail for a wonderful save, and then we just went to pot. Right, it coming this off. Why are we not playing Tangen in attacking mid when we bought him to play Cam? We knew they were strong at set pieces. Look at their game against Swindon at the weekend. And all who Kuya and in love of James Samula and Tangen. We've got it all to do now. Yeah, final subs to Notts, Hinchy and Hall are on for here, Pender and Norburn. That really is. We haven't got any game changers on the bench at all. And but I have gave Patterson praise this season. I think he's set us up all wrong tonight. I ain't got much hope. A disappointing defeat at Shrewsbury. The 7-game unbeaten run comes to an end, and to be honest, I don't really think
we deserved anything out of it. I feel like, I mean, we'll get on to the penalty decision at the end, but for me, the main reason why we didn't win the game is because we didn't move the ball quick enough, playing out from the back, as we have done in previous games. In the first half, we had a chance early on with Macari, who stoops down low to head the ball, and it is saved by Matthew Cox, someone who I was dithering whether to put on my January recruitment doc. We had Jones send a free kick underneath the wall that was saved by Cox as well. They had a goal ruled out for offside in the first half. I think Belshaw saved one as well from a header or something. Might have done. But yeah, the main thing that come from the first half was... so it was quite obvious early on that Shrewsbury weren't pressing high, and they set up with a low block. And our centre-backs had a lot of space on the ball. The problem was we weren't moving it quick enough. And when we did get it out to the wings, they closed down the space well. It was difficult for us to try and break them down. They did very well with their defensive shape. But I don't feel like we moved the ball quick enough. We were a bit too static in places. Sometimes Platt was holding onto the ball for too long in possession. Needed to release it to Badell and Macari quicker. More passes between the lines. Jones was doing okay for the first few minutes. Then we stopped threading the passes through them gaps down the wings. Second half, early on, we have a moment where I think we take a corner short. Jody goes past one, goes past the other. Now, my thought at the time here was Jody's lost the ball, and I've looked back on the replay, and you know what, it is a foul. It is a foul. Patterson's right in his post-match. It is a foul that leads their, 3 or 4 successive corners and their long throw, which results in a goal. Before their goal, though, Belshaw produces a wonderful save to keep them out from a corner. They were piling on the pressure. The warning signs were there, and and the goal was coming. And it comes from a long throw. They win the first contact. We win the second contact, but it inadvertently falls to Taylor Perry, who was a player who I was thinking about as a potential target maybe at the start of last season. And he does really well here. The ball drops, and the angle, the way he hits it, it's a really good effort. It's a really good strike into the top corner. And at that point, with the way they come out at the start of the second half, they probably deserved the lead. We didn't really create anything much clear cut throughout the rest of the game. We brought on several subs: Noru, Kuriar, and Love. And Noru seems to have got his fitness seems to have gotten better, and he seems to have he's starting to get there slowly. A Dennis free kick was deflected wide. Platt shot from outside the area, which was saved. Yeah, not much to write home about our second half performances and any clear-cut chances that we created. Late on, I look back, at the time when Tyrese Hall was brought down, like I didn't even want the penalty. I just couldn't be bothered, because we didn't deserve anything out of the game, because we just moved the ball too slowly and we hadn't created enough chances for the amount of possession that we had. I've looked back at it, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty. I'm glad Pato has mentioned the officiating in his post-match, but I'm also glad that's not where he's put the blame for the result. He's put the blame squarely at the fact that we were not good enough on the ball and we weren't moving it quick enough to create chances. Pato, I've praised him when he's got it right, but on Tuesday he got it wrong. Tanguy Niepen, I feel like Tanguy should have been in the attacking mid role. That's what we bought him in for. And Niapenda should have been playing with Norburn in centre mid. I also feel like our squad depth, our lack of strength in depth was on show on Tuesday. We didn't really have, apart from maybe a Noru, many game changers on the bench to be able to replace. I mean, I said it after the transfer window closed, that after Jones and Cerula, our strength at wing back is, it's questionable. Dennis's impact up front on his own is, at the moment, it's slowing down a bit. It's not not got as much to it as it did earlier in the season. Like, he played up front for the first 5 games of the season and he scored four goals. But I feel like you either need to play Tangen and Openda in the 10, or you start on Love next to him when Jata's out injured. But Tuesday showed how much badly we were missing Jata. His hold-up play, his link-up play, his runs in behind, his strength. That guy is going to be crucial in the running. But yeah, we've just got to bush it off, go again. Got a game against Tranmere this weekend. They've lost, 8 of the last 10 or something. Let's go, pick ourselves up and go again. If you've enjoyed the vlog, give it a like, comment down below your thoughts on the game. Stay subscribed if you're subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Be safe, be champions, and as always, Toulouse.